After exploring Zhangjiajie, it was time to head towards Chongqing, one of the biggest cities in China and in the world. Chongqing only really came onto my radar in the last couple of years, when I started seeing more and more videos of this bizarre looking city online. Trains running through buildings, roads stacked on top of each other, and incredible night views made the city look almost unreal. Some people even describe it as looking like something out of a cyberpunk movie. I wanted to see what Chongqing was really like, and whether it was as crazy in person as it looked online. We are at Liziba Station, traveling to Chongqing this morning. Hopefully it will be a short, easy trip. I'll see you in Chongqing. After jumping on a train, we were on our way to the city. After 2 hours of watching China unfold outside the window, it was time to switch to a taxi. Even before we reached the hotel, the city was already starting to look very different from anything I had seen before. I couldn't wait to satisfy my curiosity and explore the city for myself. Chongqing is often called the mountain city, and it's easy to see why. It's built around the Yangtze and Jialing rivers, with mountains and huge changes in elevation shaping the city itself. Because of this incredible vertical layout, it also became famous as China's 8D city. Hey, look at that! What is it? Oh, I think that's Sichuan pepper. After wandering around for a while, we started making our way towards the river. And I was about to find out that getting anywhere in Chongqing usually involved stairs. As we reached the top, we found the crowd clearly waiting for something to happen. We were just under Raffles City, one of the most recognizable landmarks in Chongqing. I like this one the most. Oh, it's so busy. What's that?
请往左边走，观景台请。多想你们了解一下哟。
Do you want to try some soup? After just a few hours in Chongqing, I could already see why people found the city so fascinating. It was busy, chaotic, and honestly a little confusing. But there was something about it that made me want to keep exploring more. And this was only day one. The next morning we kept things simple and grabbed breakfast from a local convenience store. After breakfast, we headed out to explore some of the streets around us. There wasn't really anything famous here, but that's exactly what I wanted to see. Just normal streets, local markets, and everyday life in Chongqing. Signs are on your suggestion. Oh, maybe we should come back later for dinner. The streets around us were a mixture of small shops, food stalls and residential buildings. And at first, everything seemed fairly straightforward. But the further we walked, the more I started noticing how strangely the city was put together. Buildings seemed to appear at completely different levels, roads disappeared underneath us, and I was beginning to realize that getting around Chongqing might not be as simple as it looked. Let's go up and see what's there. Oh, interesting. We have arrived in Chongqing, one of the craziest cities in China. It may seem like I'm on some ground level floor, some buildings around, but I'll show you where we're actually at. Just look. It's a long way down. And that's the other side. These people are so tiny. This is crazy, right? It's so confusing. Okay, now let's try to find our way back down. Garage. We just need to get over there. I think this way. No, this way. We are lost, we're going back. Chongqing's metro is one of the easiest ways to get around the city, so we decided to give it a try. And there was one particular station I wanted to see for myself. Intrusive thoughts have won again. What is this place? They really went all in on the decoration. Well, this part is still under development. I guess they used all the decorations on the previous part. And there it was, Liziba Station, the reason we came here. We just needed to get through all this crowd to get a better view. Yes, the metro actually goes through the residential building. Getting to our next stop was already a bit of an adventure. Ooh. And somehow this was still a two-way street. And then we found the other side of Liziba Station. Oh, if police is fine with that, so am I. Our next destination was quite a bit higher up, which meant climbing a lot of stairs. And as we made our way up, Chongqing started to look very different from the city we'd seen so far.
Pedestrians pass quickly.
We are passing old apartment blocks and making our way through a quiet neighborhood with greenery everywhere. It felt surprisingly peaceful, almost like we'd left the Chongqing behind for a moment. It reminded me a little of some of our previous destinations. This place had many faces to show us too. And this was our next stop, Testbed 2, a former industrial site that's been turned into a mix of shops, restaurants, galleries and creative spaces. I have no idea who that is. Oh, this panda looks like it belongs in Warhammer. From up here it was pretty clear that this part of Chongqing was still under development. I'm sure in a few years' time it will look completely different. Back down in the complex, it felt like almost every corner had been designed with photos in mind. This storefront gave me a strong 90s vibe. It all felt strangely familiar. And then a reminder that I was still in Chongqing. All sorts of strange props were scattered everywhere, and people were constantly stopping to take pictures. It all felt like one massive photoshoot set. And then finally someone who wasn't here for the photos. From Testbed 2 we headed into downtown Chongqing and Shancheng Alley, or Mountain City Alley. And this was going to show us yet another side of the city. What? To this day, I don't know what that was. Every few steps there was something new to look at. Neon signs, old stone gates, misty fountains, and all these little touches that made the place really interesting to walk through. Some were a bit strange, some were a little cheesy, but they definitely knew how to get your attention. As the streets became busier, we decided it's a good time to find something to eat. We came across these spicy flatbreads with all sorts of topping. We didn't know at the time, but they are called guacamole. After eating, we left the crowds behind and continued higher up the hillside. It was a nice change from the busy tourist area. The further we went, the more the crowds disappeared, and we found ourselves walking through greenery, peaceful paths, and ordinary residential neighborhoods. From here, we kept making our way through the neighborhood. The photos on the wall were a reminder of the massive leap China has made over the last few decades. We decided to cross the river to get a better look at the city center from the other side, where we could get a bit more distance and see the whole area all at once. Compared to the other side, this one was definitely not quite ready yet. We moved closer to the river to get a look at one of the most popular places in Chongqing. And there it was, Hongyadong, lit up with neon lights and surrounded by skyscrapers. Back in the city center, the night was still going strong. The further we walked, the more futuristic everything started to look. The buildings around were getting more colorful, more impressive, and honestly, a little surreal. At this point, the Cyberpunk comparison was getting hard to ignore. It all looked very futuristic, but somehow not many seemed to care. Wait, are these apartments? And then we somehow ended up eating pizza in plastic gloves. We came across some kind of panda exhibition. It made sense. Pandas are pretty big in China. But as we got closer, the whole display started to look more creepy than cute. It was a pretty big day. We'd seen so many different sides of Chongqing, from the busy streets and strange little attractions to quiet neighborhoods and some seriously futuristic parts of the city. It felt like we'd only scratched the surface. We started the day with some delicious sweet soup. Chongqing looked a lot less impressive than yesterday night in the grey morning light. The streets were already busy with Chongqing's iconic yellow taxis everywhere. The new open building was a significant improvement over the old closed building. The streets were filled with passion and emotion. We kept walking through the side streets with food stalls and little shops lining the road. Eventually, we reached one of the local markets where things got a little more traditional. It was yet another different side of Chongqing. As we got closer to our next destination, the streets started to become busier again. Some couldn't contain their excitement. It was time to take a ride on the famous Yangtze River Cableway. After a few announcements, the car set off. I was really surprised by how close we were to the residential buildings. I felt I could almost touch people's laundry. And then, just like that, we were on the other side. Surprisingly, we didn't spend much time here. Compared to the other side, this place felt completely empty. It looked more like a quiet residential area, and even the usual tourist traps were missing. But I must say, the view of the city center was magnificent. She's not having it. A storm was brewing, making our journey back a little more dramatic. From there we continued into Shibati, also known as 18 Steps. It definitely felt more than 18. Hey little guy.
奉节启程，新鲜现榨，不加水，不加糖，原汁原味。代表重庆的国家地理标志产品。
I wonder what they sell.
新鲜现榨，不加水，不。
The rain makes it look even better. As the rain really started to pour, we decided it was time to try one of Chongqing's most famous dishes. This was our first time trying hotpot, so we had absolutely no idea what we were doing. Okay, so first pick some food, put it into the soup. Let it boil for a while and then ready to eat. After 2 days of walking, countless stairs and an unreasonable amount of spicy food, it was time to say goodbye. Chongqing turned out to be even more chaotic, strange and interesting than I expected. And after everything we saw, I'm pretty sure 2 days wasn't nearly enough. Our final stop is Chengdu, where we're hoping to learn more about Sichuan, enjoy some pandas, more good food, and hopefully a little less rain. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe, leave a comment. I'll see you in Chengdu!